Overview of the digestive system. The system is divided into two main parts. Alimentary canal, the pathway, includes the mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and intestines. Digestive glands, the secretors, includes the salivary glands, gastric glands, liver, pancreas, and intestinal glands. 2. Components of the mouth. The notes break down the mouth into three primary structures. Teeth, responsible for mastication, chewing, which is the mechanical or physical breakdown of food, consists of different types. Incisors, for cutting/biting, canines, sharp/pointed for tearing, and premolars/molars for grinding food. Mentions types of teeth sets, milk teeth and permanent teeth, noting 32 for adults. Tongue, assists in moving and tasting food. Salivary glands, produce saliva to begin chemical digestion. If you want to dive deeper into this topic, I can explain the chemical functions of the digestive glands, how food moves through the alimentary canal, the exact dental formula for humans. The functions of the mouth components, tongue, salivary glands, the pharynx, and the esophagus in digestion. 1. Tongue and salivary glands. Tongue mixes food with saliva and contains taste buds to sense flavor. Salivary glands secrete saliva, water, and minerals containing the enzyme salivary amylase. Chemical digestion. Salivary amylase breaks down complex starch into simpler sugar, maltose. Bolus. The chewed food mixed with saliva forms a soft ball called a bolus. Gland types. Lists the three pairs, sublingual, submandibular, and parotid. 2. Pharynx and esophagus. Pharynx, a shared narrow pathway for both the digestive and respiratory systems. Epiglottis, a flap that prevents food from entering the respiratory tract. Windpipe. Esophagus, an involuntary muscular tube made of smooth muscle that transports the bolus to the stomach. Digestive processes occurring inside the stomach, including the components of gastric juice. 1. Transition to the stomach peristalsis, rhythmic contraction and relaxation waves of the esophagus muscles. Function, it pushes food from the buccal cavity down into the stomach. 2. Stomach digestion and gastric juice. The stomach wall contains gastric glands that secrete gastric juice. This juice is a mixture of three primary components: hydrochloric acid, HCl, secreted specifically by parietal oxyntic cells, kills harmful pathogens and bacteria entering with food, creates a highly acidic medium required to activate stomach enzymes. Mucus forms a thick protective barrier on the inner stomach wall, prevents HCl from corroding or digesting the stomach's own lining. Digestive enzymes, pepsin, breaks down complex proteins into smaller fragments called peptones and peptides. Renin, an additional enzyme that curdles milk proteins, found in higher quantities in infants. Gastric lipase initiates the minor breakdown of dietary fats. 3. Mechanical action and result churning, the physical mixing and mashing of food by the muscular walls of the stomach. Chyme, the final result of stomach digestion, defined as a highly acidic, semi-liquid mixture of partially digested food. In the small intestine, focusing on the roles of the liver, pancreas, and intestinal enzymes. 1. Liver, bile juice. Storage. Bile juice is produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Neutralization. It contains bile salts that neutralize the acidic chyme coming from the stomach. Emulsification of fats. It physically breaks down large fat globules into smaller droplets to increase the surface area for enzymes. 2. Pancreas, pancreatic juice. The pancreas releases pancreatic juice containing key enzymes to digest all major nutrients. Trypsin and chymotrypsin break down proteins into peptides. Pancreatic amylase breaks down carbohydrates. Pancreatic lipase breaks down fats. 3. Intestinal juice, succus entericus. Final digestion occurs here, breaking down nutrients into their simplest forms using specific enzymes, maltase and sucrase, convert sugars into simple glucose. Peptidases convert peptides into amino acids. Final products: proteins become amino acids, carbohydrates become glucose, and fats become fatty acids plus glycerol.